Hello, movie lovers. Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called Pearl. This one was sent to me for review by Lionsgate. If you get a chance to check this one out, let me your thoughts down in the comment section below. I will be sure to include more information, including links to purchase Pearl down in the description below. So this is the prequel to X. Now, full disclosure, I never saw X, but since it's a prequel, I figured it wasn't a huge deal that I had never seen it. So I watched this one. I plan on watching X2 because then there's going to be a third one coming out here in the near future. So Pearl is the prequel. And so I think a lot of this movie, they're trying to set up the character and develop the character and kind of show you where she came from, this woman named Pearl. And I do think it has a slow start and, as they're trying to, I guess, build this world and explain this character. So this movie is about this woman named Pearl, and she's very confused and kind of disturbed, and her husband has gone off to war, and she's obviously very affected by this as he's not around anymore, and she's living with her mom and her dad. And I don't remember if they said what was wrong with her dad, but he's basically like can't move, can't talk, can't take care of himself. And so her and her mom have to take care of him, but it seems like her mom is putting a lot of the load on her, and she's having to do a lot of stuff that maybe she shouldn't have to do, especially she's a young woman. She wants to kind of start her own life and build her own life and not be burdened with taking care of her father all the time. And her mother is also pretty verbally abusive. She really seems to resent something about her, maybe her youth or the fact that she has time to build a life, and her mother's just kind of stuck and taking care of her husband, and she just really doesn't have a lot of options in life. And so this has also affected Pearl a lot. And so she's a little strange, a little out there, and she's trying to become a dancer. And I don't know if that's necessarily like she's always loved dancing, but she just wants to find something to get her away from her family's farm and out of the town they live in, and just away from it all and kind of live her own life. She doesn't even really know if her husband's dead or alive. There hasn't been any news. She doesn't know really what's going on. And so she uses movies to kind of escape from her life, and don't we all really? And so I started wondering, I was like, this is supposed to be a horror movie, right? Because of the first 40 minutes or so, nothing happens that would in all indicate this is a horror movie. I started thinking, maybe I got it all wrong. It does eventually turn into a horror movie. It just takes a little bit of time. Now, unlike many movies I see where they have these long, slow builds, they're just super boring, the characters are boring, you don't care. This movie at least doesn't do that. The characters are interesting, the story's interesting, and I really wanted to find out what was happening and if this was eventually going to turn into a horror movie. And so I was entertained throughout the whole movie, which is really good. So eventually it does kind of turn into, she ends up killing some people and really, really loses it. And I love like the last 20-30 minutes are really great, and I love the ending, and it's kind of odd, but like not one where you're confused like what's even going on. It perfectly wraps it up, and I'm sure leads into the next movie. So I enjoyed this movie, guys. I thought it was cool. I would have liked if the horror elements came in sooner and maybe she killed a few more people or something. But I feel like it was still an interesting movie. And so I give this one a 3.5 out of 5. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't already subscribed for more videos, check the chest videos, and I'll see you guys next time.
Okay, the video is done. Choose another video. Still here? Subscribe, and visit my social media links.